All right, so hi everybody. Welcome to the very first episode of my newest podcast where I talk about and promote small businesses, both recommended by you and that I discover myself through Instagram or Etsy or even Depop, as one of our businesses today will say. She is on both Instagram and Depop. So my name is Teagan Brown and this is Small Businesses Bounties. So today we have Juliette Lopez from Let's Get Shrinky, and she sells Shrinky Dink earrings through Instagram and Depop, and she was recommended to me on my Instagram. So hi Juliette, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, of course. It's great to be here.
So just to get started off, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? Are you in high school, college?
I'm a senior at Chatham University. I live in Pittsburgh. I'm double majoring in journalism and creative writing with a minor in photography. So I'll be graduating this upcoming fall semester. So
Wow, and how has your year been with the pandemic and everything at your school? Super different or?
yeah, I had this whole semester and um, like half of last semester, everything online. So it's been kind of crazy, and I don't know. It's something everyone's like trying to go through right now, but it's manageable.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, being home probably gives you some more time to focus on your business too, right?
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah, so how did your journey with specifically art, first of all, start? Because your Shrinky Dink earrings are hand drawn by you and, made all by you. So, how exactly did your journey with that start?
So it actually started like during quarantine. It was a new hobby that I just had picked up. I saw that like shrinky dink pages were trending like on Amazon or something like that, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a shot. And I was like, well, I could sell these. I didn't have a job. I've been laid off since March 9th because of the pandemic. My mom and I both work at a high school, so
Okay.
we haven't been able to do that. So it started as a little hobby, and now it's like this thing that I do. It's crazy.
Okay, so you were inspired by other businesses on Instagram. Were there any like maybe like artists or anybody in your life specifically who also inspired you?
Yeah, so my boyfriend is actually a graphic designer, and sometimes like if what I want to do is like really intricate, or if it doesn't exist, if it's only in my head, I'll have him like do it on Illustrator so I can copy it. And so he inspires me a lot. We work together on things sometimes, and sometimes it's just a quiet work session. He'll collage or do something on his own, and I'll sit across the table and work on my own thing. So
Yeah, I saw the picture on your Instagram of you guys. You guys are adorable, so that's amazing. So was what was the reason that you decided to start this business just being, bored during quarantine, you need something to keep you busy, or has this been something that you like always wanted to have like your own sort of small business?
no, I even last year, like I could not imagine that this is something that I would be doing right now. I've worked as a lifeguard and a swim coach like my entire life, and I write poetry, and I was like, this is never something that I can imagine myself
Yeah.
doing. I was never like an artsy person in high school or anything like that, and it was just something that I picked up randomly.
All right. So your business, you every month you donate to different organizations. Just for instance, some of the organizations are Black Lives Matter. You raised $111. Planned Parenthood and LGBTQ plus Freedom Fund. You raised another $126. And there are multiple other organizations that you have all highlighted in your Instagram stories. So, did you know from the beginning of making your business that this was something you wanted to do, that you wanted to give back to these organizations, or was it something that arose just during the moments that you had it?
um yeah, it's actually a reason like why I kind of started during like the Black Lives Matter movement and just like everything that's going on. I was like, all everyone like needs money, and all these organizations need money, and I wanted to be able to give to like all of them, and it's just like obviously that's impossible to do. And I was like, how can I raise money for them? And it was just I don't know, it just turned into this thing where like, you if you buy a pair of earrings, you're also donating to this great organization, and you're also helping out. So it's a way for me to help out and for anyone who purchases from me to also help.
So why do you think it's important to get involved with those organizations? Because, most businesses, it's just, you make it for yourself and that's perfectly fine and that's what they do for them. But giving back to the community is a really important thing. And personally, I'm really involved in it too. So why do you think it's important for more businesses to do that maybe?
I think that it's a great way to also spread education and awareness. If someone sees like my earrings, for example, if they see I'm selling these earrings and I'm also donating to an organization, they will look up that organization and be like, well, what is this organization all about? And how can I help? And then maybe they'll also spread awareness and educate others, through the process of like just purchasing these little earrings.
So how do you choose the organizations that you do? Do you just, come up with them yourself, or do you ask for recommendations from your followers, or just what is the reason that you choose the one that you do?
Honestly, I see through Instagram, like on my own personal account, I follow a lot of, other college students and other like, people who are educated on political matters. I'll see what they're looking at and I'll see, I don't want to say trending, that's not the right word, but
Yeah.
like what's going on in the environment. I try to follow certain things, and then through that process, I will pick organizations, and that's basically how it's done.
Yeah, I think definitely the current climate of the political world that we're in has an impact on everything. I went to school in Rochester and the Black Lives Matter movements were happening there and it was something that everybody got very involved in because of it. So I definitely think being involved in what's important in the moment is definitely a great aspect. Um so next, the presentation of a business is obviously very important. It's how you appeal to people. It's how you get them to, want to buy from you. And your business, your Instagram specifically, has a very clear aesthetic and it's beautiful and I love it. So do you know that it's important to you to have that aesthetic, or is it just something that you were inspired by other people to do? How exactly did you create that aesthetic in order to be appealing to others?
Yeah, it's actually funny. Right now what I'm doing is, whenever I first started, I didn't have it completely figured out. I think it's important to have some kind of aesthetic so people can find you and like something to identify by,
Mm-hmm.
and like for the backgrounds, not to be too crazy so that you can see the product. Like the product is most important, but to have like the aesthetic, I think, is also important because it kind of shows your personality a little bit. Right now, what I'm using is a floral pillow
Mm-hmm.
that is just from my bedroom, and I put it on my kitchen table. And the lighting, I just make this whole little contraption and just, I color edit it a little bit so everything matches, but
Yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah, I've noticed on your page the change. You went from I think you were outside and you took a picture of it on a playing card, which I thought was super cool. And then as it went, I saw the floral pillow. But I think it's really great how you have your page set up. So again, with the aesthetic of the way that you present your products, so packaging has become another important aspect of small businesses. There are always those memes about I ordered this one pair of earrings from Etsy and it came with 20 Tootsie Rolls and glitter fell out of the package and all of that. So how did you decide to do your packaging? I've only seen one video of it from somebody that posted it on their Instagram. You reposted it.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so what exactly do you do and why do you do it with your packaging?
So I always include a little handwritten note that I have just from some construction paper that I cut with the squiggly scissors. And
Mm-hmm.
I'll just write that in a little pink pen, and I include stickers. But for the packaging wise, I remember when I first started out, I sent a package of earrings to someone and they actually broke in the mail. So I was like, okay, I need bubble wrap or something.
Mm-hmm.
So right now I'm actually using my Whole Foods packaging. It comes in this aluminum foil type bubble wrap thing, and I actually just cut that apart, and that's what I wrap the earrings in. And then I have these little manila envelopes that I send everything out in. But I think too, going with the aesthetic, I think with the stickers and the pink pen and then the construction paper, like it's just all little hints of personality, and doing that and putting some care into it will show your customers, oh, you care that, you know, their package doesn't come broken, or it's not like mishandled or anything like that.
Yeah, and I could definitely tell from, because lots of people reposted, like, you know, pictures of it on their stories, and you shared it to yours. So clearly, you know, they like your product, I like your product, and they like your packaging. And how do you feel like when people repost your products like that? Do you think it's important for people to do that after buying from small businesses?
Yeah, I think it is, because it spreads, small businesses are, they're the little guys, they're small businesses. So it'll get other people to click on the account, because that's something that's always an issue, is just being seen. As a small business, it's hard to be noticed and be seen. So when someone else shares your product, other people will click on it and say, oh, where did they get this? And how can I get some? And what do they do? So I think it's important to share what you get from your small business.
So how do you get your business out there? I know that you have a personal account. You linked it on your business account. Do you promote on there? Do you promote on other platforms? How do you just get your name out there and your products?
Yeah, when I first started, I started doing little TikToks of like me making them. But TikTok is so hard to be seen on. It is so
100%.
hard.
Yep.
And then the whole process of making the video makes an already long process like much longer. So I haven't been doing the TikToks as much lately. I've been mostly sharing on my personal Instagram, and I share it on Facebook, and then those will get a few shares from mostly family members.
Yeah.
Mostly family members. But Instagram, like my boyfriend will share, and his brother will share, and my friends will share, and it gets seen that way.
So as your business is growing with all of this promoting and all of these people buying your products, what do you see that's in store in the future for your business?
Honestly, I honestly don't know. The previous month has been so crazy. I got so many custom orders. I got so many commissions. And I've been having a lot of fun doing that. So I'm kind of posting a little less of what I'm actually making, and kind of opening up to, just tell me what you want and I can make it. So I think that that's like more of what I'm going to be doing in the future. But it's just, it was just a crazy month, because it takes a decent amount of time to make them. So I don't know if it stays this popular. I'm like, can I do this all on my own? Is this something I can do by myself? But I don't know. I'm open to whatever happens.
So you said that this month has been really busy, and clearly, it's been a holiday month. It's December. Christmas just happened, Hanukkah. We have New Year's coming up. So obviously, people are buying lots of things for everybody. But what obstacles have you encountered either, this month with it being super busy, or just throughout the whole time of you having your business?
Honestly, the biggest obstacle is just getting noticed. It's just getting seen. The previous month was lucky, like, with all the holidays. But I'm expecting kind of a slowdown now after the holidays are over. I'm trying to make a few for New Year's, but I kind of have to have them done like now, because they're only a few days, and shipping is crazy right now. So, I don't know. It's
Okay. So I guess another obstacle, if this is an obstacle for you, how do you balance both having your small business and, your, school, your personal life, like your relationships with, your boyfriend or your friends or your family? How do you balance all of that?
Luckily, like I said, my boyfriend's an artist, so we enjoy work. We're not going anywhere. We don't go anywhere right now during COVID, so it's kind of like a little fun thing that we do. We each just work on our own thing together, but with schoolwork, that is kind of a tougher balance. I have to sometimes last semester sometimes I would do some in class,
Yeah.
but it's just all about, like I said, it's like finding a balance, which is like hard. There's not really a way to like tell someone else to find a balance. Obviously, if you need a break from what you're doing, take a break. Like,
Yep.
I have taken many breaks from making them. During October, there was Inktober, which I decided to do, and it was just making one a day, and that was so manageable because I would try to make, 3 a day, and that could take up the entire day. So doing less is better for, my own mental health and getting schoolwork done and my own personal life, just doing things I want to do.
So are you going back to college in person in the spring semester, or are you not sure yet?
I am all online for the spring semester.
Okay, so you won't have to worry about being in a new environment making
No.
these or anything. Okay, well that's good because I know definitely switching environments and like you have completely different materials and like it's just so different being in a different place.
Yeah.
So, what advice do you have for, people looking to start their own business, whether it was like you where you saw other businesses like this one, or maybe they just have, a completely new idea that they may think it's crazy, but they still want to do it. What advice do you have for them?
I would just go for it. Like I said, I did not imagine myself doing this. Like, this is so out of like anything I would have ever done. Like, I just go for it and just like, and don't give up while, because whenever I first made this, I wasn't selling anything. Like, I was selling to my family members. But ask your friends there's no harm in asking your friends to share your work or your family members to share your work. Try to get people to spread it yourself as much as you can. If it wasn't like COVID right now, I would try to do some little pop-up shops, places. So just keep your eyes peeled for like, art festivals and stuff like that. Obviously when COVID's over, but even that, like, I started this on just Depop, but spread it to multiple platforms because that is the best way to make sales. It's kind of hard just to make sales on Depop, and it's kind of hard just to make sales on Instagram. So make sure you're spreading everywhere. I know a lot of people do Etsy also. I don't have an Etsy, but
So, what is the difference that you've noticed from selling on different platforms, Depop versus Instagram? Is there one that you think is more accessible to people that more people will see, or is there just a better one, like company-wise? Because obviously through Depop you do it like through them, sort of, rather than on Instagram where it's just 100% you.
yeah, I prefer Instagram because Depop takes away a percentage of what you're making. So for a small business especially, I would recommend doing it through Instagram or whatever other platform you can do on your own. I have a lot of people Venmo or Cash App, and I think that that's honestly the best way to make the most out of what you're doing. Because like I said, I think Etsy also takes a percentage of
Yeah, it does.
of whatever you're making. So if what you want to do is make the most money, I would recommend trying to figure out how you can sell on your own.
Do you think it's important for people to go to small businesses first, over those big corporate ones for even just like dresses or like t-shirts that are sold by small businesses? Do you think it's important to look at, as you said, like the little guys first?
Yes, definitely. Because like I said, it's so hard to get noticed being a small business, and even like getting your profile clicked on or getting your profile shared, that will bring you up a little bit more. So look for whatever you're looking for through a small business first. And I know sometimes small business can be a little bit more expensive, but that's because of all the time and effort that the person is putting into that piece of work. So a lot of the times they're hand making it themselves, and they're buying their own materials, and they're doing shipping on their own. So all that work, it shouldn't just be nothing. So
Yeah, so as you said, there's a lot of work that goes into it, and I know personally for me, I ran a bit of a scrunchy business last year, and I got ghosted by many people. They would say, oh, I'm gonna order this, and then like they don't. Have you encountered that, and how do you deal with it?
yeah, I actually recently had someone ask for customs from me. They ordered 3 customs, and so I made all of them. I never asked people to pay me beforehand because I just feel bad doing that.
Yeah.
So I made all the customs, and they kind of just left me hanging. I sent them, a few messages. Sometimes it's good to annoy the person
Yep.
just to like, and she eventually paid me, and she was like, oh, I I'll pay you for all the hard work. And I was like, okay. but I would recommend, especially with something like customs, if someone asks you to make something specifically for them, I would recommend doing a payment before you make it, just to ensure that, you know, you're getting paid for all this work, because this order was, you know, at the beginning of December, and I was getting a lot of orders at that time. And the time that it took me to make this person's custom order, I could have been making someone else's. So it's just a hard hard thing.
So, and to get into more like, you know, running the business questions, how does your hard work reflect in your prices? Because I've noticed that going through it was mostly $10 plus shipping. You know, in the beginning your shipping was like around $1, and I think now it's up to $3.50 depending. So, how through your experience have you noticed how prices change, and how do you choose to change them?
Yeah, my most important thing is I want my product, my earrings or a keychain or whatever you're ordering, I want it to be affordable. I want anyone to be able to get it. With shipping though, right now I'm using something called Pirate Ship. So I put in the address, the name, everything, and I print out the labels on my own. But whenever I first started, I was using stamps, and that ended up being a whole issue. My earrings weren't getting sent to people, they were getting sent back to me. Okay. So I was like, okay, I need to figure out how I'm going to be able to ship these, because I didn't want to go into the post office physically, because like I said, I'm not going anywhere. I just stay in my apartment. So I found Pirate Ship, which is I actually recommend this for anyone who has their own small business that they need to ship out, because it's a free service. A lot of shipping, you know, apps or websites, whatever you're trying to use, they cost, you know, a little fee, but this one's free. And you just put in the information and you can print it out, and I use sticker paper, and you stick it on, and you can ship it out just through the blue mailboxes. So that's what I've been using.
Okay, so do you ever have any, I know that I've seen this on many other people's pages, people always want proof of shipping. Is that something that you've encountered? Because, you know, clearly people order their products and they want to know that they're on their way. So I know that's, you know, an issue with many other company businesses. Have you had that issue at all?
Not really. Through Depop, they always give you the shipping, the tracking on through their end. But usually my earrings like get to people within like 2 to 3 business days. So I haven't really had an issue with that. There was a pair that I shipped internationally, and that one took, I mean, it's been like 2 months and it still hasn't gotten to them.
Oh,
so,
no.
Yeah, Pirate Ship also gives me tracking, so I can always copy the number and send it over. But with the international one, I don't know what happened with that one. I'm
Where were
trying.
you sending it to?
It was to, I forget where it was, honestly. I'd have to check. But they're okay. I'm just gonna either remake the earrings and try to send them again, or offer a refund. But it's the whole shipping thing, it sucks, because it's kind of, once you send it, it's kind of like out of your hands. You know, all you can really do is provide shipping, the tracking number, and just hope for the best.
Wow. So have you gotten a lot of international orders? That's just somehow they found out about you and...
Yeah, they found me on Depop. I was actually really surprised. They messaged me for an order, and I was like, okay, I'll get it ready, and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, wait, you do international shipping, right? And I was like, I mean, I can.
Yeah.
But I actually didn't do that one. They messaged me on Depop, but I didn't do it through Depop, because their international shipping is kind of hard to figure it out. So I did their order, and I marked it as sold, and I did the label through Pirate Ship.
Okay, so obviously that one is a very out of the ballpark like type of order in a different country, but where are the majority of your orders going? Are they in your home state, like people who know you through other people? Are they in, I don't know, like another certain state, like New York or something? Where do the majority of your customers come from?
Honestly, I get a lot from New York. I don't really know why. I get a lot of people from my own school, Pittsburgh, or if they go to Chatham and they live out of state. They just know me through that. But I saw someone else there to do this, and I wish that I did it as well. They had like a map of the U.S. and they marked everywhere they sold something, and I wish they'd done that from the beginning because
I've seen those, and I've seen a lot of businesses will do that, and they'll say if you're ordering from a new state, like here's like a free whatever, and those are always so interesting. And I always try to be the first one from New York, but like the problem is New York is always already filled in.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I know. I wish that I've done that. I think I could probably go back and see everywhere that I've shipped to, but
yeah. Wow. That would be super cool.
Yeah.
So I guess one of my last questions is just, someone that we've sort of covered already, but why is it important to support small businesses?
Like I've said before, like, we're the little guys. A lot of people, their whole income comes from their small business, and they put a lot of money into their small business. My boyfriend, he has his own website and on Squarespace, and it's a lot of money to pay for that, and it's just a lot of hard work and a lot of money goes into something, and especially if it's being done by hand, and there's a lot of care put into it. There's a lot of care put into it. So it's best to order from the people that care, the people that are putting the time and effort into this thing that they love.
Yeah. And are you gonna continue doing it for now because you love doing it?
Yes.
All right. Well, do you want to plug your socials, your business Instagram here, and everybody can follow you who listens?
Yeah. My Instagram page is at Let's Get Shrinky. It's all one word, no periods or anything. My Depop is Juliette.Lopez, so JulietteLopez.
All right, great. And thank you so much for being on the first official episode of this podcast. I am so glad I got to talk to you, and I absolutely love your business. So everybody who is listening to this, please check her out. Get earrings. She also does keychains and pins, and she does custom commissions, as she said. I think one of my favorite you did was you did AOC, and she looked amazing. Like, I could never draw like that, so I am thoroughly impressed. But make sure to check out her business, guys. I am Teagan Brown with the podcast here, so thank you so much for joining us, Julia, and we'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
All right, bye.